Welcome back to Color Class. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And we have some very exciting news for you today.
Yes.
We are going to be sharing our color portfolio. Now, we did one for me, so we're going to be showing what my color portfolio looks like. And if you are interested, you can hop on over to our website and shop and have a color analysis with us.
All I can say is finally, because so many of you have requested this, and
Yes.
but we had such a backlog of people who had come to us before,
Right.
and we were working our way through this, and frankly, we were perfecting this.
Right.
At this point, we have done so much work on this. We're so confident in the way we approach this and the accuracy of the color,
Right.
and just the whole, I mean, it's a work of art.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just go right to
Yeah.
what's in it.
Especially doing this digitally, I feel like it was a bit more challenging because we have to talk about calibrating photos,
Yes,
making
and
sure.
we do usually, everybody and their brother are doing Zoom color analyses, or they'll take your picture and they'll do a color analysis. But if you looked, and we've had so many complaints from people who said, I had my color analysis done. I sent her a picture. It was totally wrong, and then people might blame the picture. We have a way to make sure that we calibrate your color digitally. And
that was a challenging point for us. So I
it
know
took a while.
Right. It's
to
taken some time.
work
So
out.
we've had to try to figure out these small little issues of how to fix it.
Perfect.
Right. So not only do we have to calibrate photos, we have to talk about hair colors, we have to talk about skin tone, making sure you take the photo in the right place. There are so many different things that go into this color
But
analysis
you know
to
what?
make it perfect.
Based on the way we do this, people are going to not get a perfect photo to us. We know
Right.
that. We realize that. It just does not happen.
Right.
I'm looking out our window right now, and outside our window it's very overcast. So if we said to you, well, take it in natural light, that natural light out that window is very blue because it's a very overcast day. If it were a sunny day and someone took it in ambient sort of sunny light, then that's going to skew the photograph toward gold.
Right.
And this happens constantly. And that is why just your run-of-the-mill photo being sent in to do a color analysis from, it doesn't work.
Exactly.
Just doesn't work. And the other thing is we had to create a product. We're not in the business of just sending you, whatever it is your season
I
is.
guess something that's unique is each one of these colors are unique to you. It's not just, here is your soft autumn palette.
Right.
It is, here is a unique set of colors for your hair,
This
your eyes, your
palette
skin tone.
is developed for you, running through all of the systems.
Right.
4 seasons, 6 dominant characteristics, 12 palette system, and 16
Right, I was going to
palette
say, or the
system.
16.
And when we're done, we're able to digitally compile your own color palette that no one else has. It's unique to you.
Right.
Now, okay, if you have an identical twin, maybe maybe somebody else has it. But the best part is it comes in a really cool book.
Right.
Not just, some email to you that, you read and it's like, oh, okay, well, whatever.
Well, we do that too. We will send it to you.
Oh,
Digitally.
Yes, of course. You'll have that as a backup. But this is a book.
Right.
And it's so cool. 8-inch by 8-inch. So it's not like you have to carry a briefcase around with you to carry your color portfolio around. You're going to want to show it to people.
Right.
This is you in print.
Your coffee book or your coffee table book.
Girls, when mine is done, it's going to go on my coffee table because, here I am. I'm beautiful and I'm in this book. It's very cool.
Right. All right. So let's look at what this book has in it. So Starting off, we're going to look at your image that you send us. We're going to calibrate it. Right. We're going to make sure we can see exactly the proper color of what your hair is, what your skin tone, what your eye color is. And everyone's eye color is unique. We know that. Hair color can be very unique too. We know that. And skin tone, again, very unique. So we completely understand the challenges of having to make sure these photos are 100% accurate for the color that we're seeing.
It's a bigger challenge for us because we're creating a completely unique palette for you that includes your best hair options, your best skin tone options, your best eye color options, your best work options, your best neutrals. I mean, it's a book.
Right. So moving on, the first thing we're going to look at is the 4 seasons, because that's where it all starts. It's the 4 seasons. Now,
it's a gateway.
Right. We understand not everyone fits into the 4 seasons. And we're going to talk about how we discuss that, building this palette, because I don't really fit into the 4 seasons.
I don't really fit into the 4 seasons either.
Right. So of course, when we look at the 4 seasons, we look at light to deep and we look at warm to cool. We
Two of the dominant characteristics.
Right. We use our spectrums. We love our spectrums to just dot you where you would fall. Now, this is beneficial later on because when we do a lot of our videos talking about cosmetics, talking about lipstick, talking about t-shirts, colors, fashion, style, when we do those
scarves.
When we do those analysis, we use the sliders, and you can match your slider to make sure, this is kind of in my range. This is in my range. So we use the sliders very continuously through our videos to help you out. Then we give you some classic autumn colors that would fall. Just because I fall more into the autumn palette, I would get some autumn colors. For you, you would get some summer colors.
And this is just picking out colors that are in the 4 season palette that work for you.
Right.
But it's not by any means as far as we go.
Right. So we understand that we need to move further into a different palette.
Yes.
Now, we move into the 6 dominant characteristics. And that's usually where I like to live because, again, we're going to show our sliders. We're going to do our light to deep. It's going to be the same as before, but now we enter into soft and clear territories. Yes. So my slider for soft is going to be all the way, right. It's going to be all the way on the soft side. Now we're going to start seeing how my palette adjusts within the 6 palette system.
We do this for each of your your own personal characteristics. So we do it for your hair, we do it for your skin, and we do it for your eye color, that slider thing, because that way, and we give you what percentage of your color score is hair. What percentage of your color score is eye color? What percentage of your color score is, it got really mathy. And I don't know if that's your fault because Sarah's the math genius in this pair. I'm the artist and she's like totally, she's not totally left brain, but she loves her numbers. Yeah, I don't. But it got very algorithmy, very math-like.
Right.
But that means it's precise. That's what I love about it.
That does help our journey because we talk about how does hair play a role in this. Also, with your eye color, if you want to play up your eye color, we're looking at different shades because your eyes are only so big. I mean, you can look from my hair is very big versus my eye color, which is a small percentage of me.
It's true, but wearing the right colors for your eyes is very important because if you want your eyes to pop, to shine, term, I don't want my eyes to pop. I want my eyes to really show up. Then I'm going to choose colors that are very flattering to my eyes, and that will be in your book.
Right. Later on, we'll get there. I promise.
Sorry,
we're getting ahead of ourselves. I know we get
when
ahead of ourselves.
When I get excited, I'm all over the place.
You already talked about your creative brain, and that's how the creative brain works.
Squirrel. Yeah.
All right, so we go through the 6 palette system, give a little bit of information about the 6 palette system, where you fall, your best shades, and we talk about the overall, for me, it's going to be softness because I fall so soft. All of my shades are going to be soft.
Ergo, the word dominant. Because really what we're looking for is your dominant characteristic. There may be people that are so warm, it's like they're walking around looking golden and on fire. That's warmth is their dominant characteristic.
So we got our color palette for the softs. within the dominant characteristics. Now we're going to move on to the 12 or 16 palette system, depending on you. Right. So for me, I do fall within the 12 palette system.
Most people do fall in the 12 palette.
Right.
Once you get into the 16 palette system, you guys are rare birds. You are rare.
Right. Yes. So since I do fall into the 12 palette system, we're going to work within the 12 palette system just to make it a little bit easier. I fall into the soft autumn category. It's funny because I'm an autumn. When we moved to the 6 dominant characteristics, I then became a soft, and now we just push the two together, and I am a soft autumn.
That's how it works.
So then we go through the soft autumn palette.
However,
what are the best shades?
We do, but it's your soft autumn palette. There are people who are soft autumns that may be over here. There are people who are soft autumns that might be over here. So once again, it's like a slider. There is no one block that anybody fits into perfectly.
Correct.
So we craft these colors based on you, not a system.
Right. All right. So since we're talking about the best colors, we're also going to talk about the worst colors for you. Mine usually tend to be neon, white, gray, black. I look exhausted in those shades.
Soft.
Right.
And you might ask yourself, well, why do I even need to know what my worst colors are? Because everything is relative.
Right.
If you know that neon green is in your palette of worst colors, you are going to stay away from anything that moves in that direction.
Right. Anything that's super bright, I'm going to be pushed back into my softness. I'm going to be reminded.
Yeah.
Stay away. But there is more to this color analysis. So we've been through the 3. Now, the challenging part about me and both of us that we talked about was, how are we going to discuss nuances with people? Because my nuance is neutral to cool skin tone, and I can fall between a neutral to cool to warm, really, because my eyes can go green depending.
They
could go
grassy
blue.
Green.
Right.
Yeah, I think they're
soft.
Neutral. Yeah. And just one, in case you're watching us for the first time, what you may not know is neutral. If anything on you is neutral, think soft, because neutral and soft go together like peanut butter and jelly. Once once you know that something is neutral on you, you are softer than the average bear. She has 2 neutrals in her personal color palette, her landscape.
Right.
So what's that going to tell us? She's soft.
Right. So we need to also discuss what happens if I wear colors outside of the soft autumn palette, because I do look good in colors outside the soft palette system. So something else that we wanted to incorporate was discussing what is the best palette to utilize for me. Now, you might think, oh, the soft autumn because it's so detailed, but it's actually not the best for me because I can wear cooler shades.
Because of her neutrality.
Right.
Her best eye shades, they're a little on the cool side.
Right.
Her best skin tone shades, a little on the cool side, a little softer. I put her colors together. She's putting mine together so that we didn't end up putting our own colors together.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, if you've got 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2, and everybody does, very few people have 3 out of 3, eyes, skin, hair, all warm, know. But if you're kind of a mixture, we deal with that and make sure that your palette has perfect eye colors or colors for your eyes, perfect colors for your skin tone. Because let's face it, you may want to wear your hair up. You may want to wear a really deep evening gown with a back that's cut down to here and, straps across the front and whatever. I won't be doing that. But you may want to do that, and you're going to want clothing that makes your skin look beautiful.
Right. What was really important for us was to figure out how to talk about the uniqueness that a lot of people experience, because we need to be able to discuss, hey, your hair is warm, but your eye color is neutral, or your skin tone is neutral. So neutral to cool. So you can get away with soft, neutral to cool colors that will look beautiful on you.
Now, this is where we went a little bit afield. This is very unique to us, and it is going to blow your mind because we have had, once again, so many people come to us and say, well, this one person told me I was a soft autumn and I went out and bought clothes. I hated them. This other person told me I was a winter or spring, all over the place. We are not telling you anything. We are showing you.
Exactly.
And the way we show you is your picture will be digitally dropped into your eye enhancing shades, your hair enhancing shades, your skin tone enhancing shades. You don't have to believe us. Seeing will be believing. You will see yourself in these beautiful shades.
And we do need to say thank you to a lot of our Patreon members
who
because
helped us develop this. Yes.
A huge question was, what do you want to see in a color analysis? What were your experiences? What were your takeaways? Yes. And we use that to also help build this palette, because color analysis isn't just handing you something with a bunch of colors on it and saying, go ahead. There's a lot of education that goes into this. And I know when we talk about it's a book, we are literally writing you on right. We are writing what uniqueness is for you, because there are so many different shades that you're going to be able to wear. Even though we're both soft, you're on the cooler side, I'm on the warmer side. There are so many different things that we want to educate you on, and how to utilize certain colors in different ways.
Yeah,
and we needed that.
We're not here to dictate to you.
Right.
We are here to prove to you.
You're also going to get a ton of different shades that are going to look amazing on you. And we are really excited to get this out there, because this has been a labor of love. And I will say, both of us, we're going back and forth on how we do this, our 30-minute Zoom call, what we're talking about, what we want to discuss within your color analysis. So this has really been us back and forth debating.
But you know what, Sarah? I am so proud of this. I mean,
it's amazing. I'm excited.
I'm telling you, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of this.
Yes.
It goes beyond anything I've ever seen in the industry, and I've been in the industry for 30 years in color analysis. This goes so far beyond anything I've seen there or anywhere. Right. I'm so proud of it.
Right. We wanted to make something really unique for every single person. That worked perfectly, because we know that palettes are not 100% perfect, and people don't just fit into a box. There's so many different features that all of us have, different colorings that all of us have, and we completely understand the uniqueness, and that's why we had to create something that was just as unique. Each of these shades are literally hand-picked by us.
For you.
Right. For you, for your coloring, for your hair strands, for your skin tones. Exactly. For all the different shades in your eye.
But we don't just pick them and say, this is it. We put them on your calibrated picture digitally, so you can see how great they work.
Exactly. So I am so excited for you to have this. It is going to be very limited. I do want to say we're trying to figure out how this works out, because we still want to be able to create content. We still want to be able to talk with you on our Patreon. That's something that we really enjoy doing, is creating content and being able to just teach.
Yeah, we want to do it in such a way that it's unique. Like, we just started something that we're calling the Visual Dictionary over on Patreon, where instead of, if we were to say to you, well, this is soft and this is clear, and do you really know what that means? I mean, I know you pros do, but we created a visual entry in our Visual Dictionary of an image, pictures that show you what colors that are cool look like, and what colors that are what colors that are soft look like versus colors that are clear. And again, we got the comments, direct mails, or DMs, and posts. I get it now. I understand now. And that's one of the things that we want to really expand on Patreon.
All right. So if you are interested in having your color analysis done, it will be available on our website.
Yeah, and jump on the waiting list, because
I was going to say,
and you jump on it.
Right. So it is probably going to be very tough at the beginning to get through.
instant turnover.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, this takes some time because we do need to work with you on your images and making sure you're doing it properly. We're receiving it properly. So there's a little bit of learning to do there, a learning curve. But if you are interested at all, just hop on over, join the waiting list, and we are so excited to do your color analysis.
We are.
So lastly, if you also want to join us on Patreon, like we've been talking about, at the end of this video, you will have a link. You can hop on over to Patreon, come chat with us, join it. You can also join for free if you want to. And there are some posts that are available. And then you can also find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Now, if you would like to support us at all here on YouTube, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing is the key. So thank you so much. We cannot wait. So lastly, I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
This has been another color class, and we'll see you in our next video.